Let's have a little chat, just you and me, one-on-one. Do you ever get the feeling that you might mess up your kid? Turns out that's okay to feel that way because it's pretty common. So here's the bad part. If you are parenting in the ways that we're going to discuss today, there is a likelihood that you're going to mess them up. So you might want to stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm Jason Kreidman and welcome to another episode of Dad University. We cover a different topic every Thursday, so be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, click on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Today we are talking about parenting styles that children hate. Now, you may ask yourself, why do I care what style my child likes? Well, it's actually important because you want them to respond well to you. And you probably think, well, the parenting style that just allows them to do whatever they want, however they want, is one that they're going to love. But the truth is, that's not the case. We covered the 4 major parenting styles way back in episode 7. But it turns out, kids like and thrive on structure and mutual respect, communication, and cooperation. In this video, we're going over parenting styles that I'm suggesting you try to avoid. The first parenting style to avoid, tiger parenting. This was coined by Amy Chua in her 2011 memoir, The Battle Hymn of the Tiger Mother. While I haven't read the book, my understanding is that this parenting style puts a children's academics and careers in front of everything else. Sure, we want our children to do well, but you can push them too hard. Think of a stage mother in Hollywood. As fathers, in addition to academics, we might be pushing them in other ways. We might push them in sports, or in music, or anything else where we determine that really success is the only option. They have to advance more. They have to be the best. But pushing your child too hard has consequences. It can lead them to depression. It can cause them anxiety. It can leave them with poor social skills and can make them always focus on the negative. In many instances, it's the child performing for the parent. Whether it's to obtain the affection of their parent, or they think that if they accomplish something, then their parents will be proud. You know, I asked my 10-year-old son the other day, I said, hey, do you think I'm proud of you? He answered immediately, absolutely, of course. So here's the thing. I have never said to him that I was proud. To me, being proud is unconditional. He doesn't have to achieve in order for me to be proud. So he feels that and has always felt that without me ever saying it. I hope my kids never have to do something and say, I want to make my dad proud. I'm proud of them no matter what they do or how they do it. The next style of parenting is helicopter parenting. This is the granddaddy of bad parenting. It was first used in 1969 in a book called Parenting and Teenagers. And it basically said that these parents were sort of hovering over their teenagers like helicopters. This style is hyper-focused on the kids' safety, as well as guiding them through their life to fill their own ego. It's basically over-parenting. You don't let your child climb on rocks. Maybe you used your connections to make sure your child was coached by that specific person. Your child didn't make the school play, so you talk to the head person to see if they'll reconsider. You're right behind your toddler all over the playground to make sure they don't get hurt. As your child gets older and you continue to helicopter, it can have a big negative impact on them. Being faced with challenges and failing is necessary for growing and building resiliency. Sure, we don't want to see our children struggle, but we have to prepare them for the real world. Here are some consequences of helicopter parenting. Low self-esteem. Everything's handled for them, so they don't believe they can do anything themselves. Anxiety. Mental control is not developed, as well as their ability to self-regulate. They feel entitled. They think they're the center of the universe because you made them that way. Their coping skills are not developed. They don't know how to handle situations because it was always handled for them. We know you mean well, but you have to stop for their sake. But if you want to take it to the next level, then you go lawnmower parenting. Lawnmower parenting is when parents mow down all of the obstacles in front of their kid so that their kid doesn't have to face failure or adversity or struggle with anything. It is worse than helicopter parenting. While the intent of a lawnmower parent is good, the end result is not. How is a child supposed to overcome struggles in their life if you are always solving them? Are you still helping your 6-year-old get dressed? Have you ever worked on your child's school project? Have you ever talked to your child's coach because you thought they weren't getting enough playing time? Are you still making lunch for your 10-year-old? Are you still waking up your high schooler in the morning? I understand you want to help your child, but you aren't helping them. Sometimes lawnmower parents do what they do because of their own experiences. Maybe you struggled when you were young and you just knew you did not want your child to ever struggle. Or you felt abandoned by your own parents when you really needed them and swore that if you had your own child, you would never do that to them. Unfortunately, we end up overdoing it. Here's some of the consequences of lawnmower parenting. The child doesn't know how to handle conflict. They haven't experienced it, so that muscle to solve problems wasn't developed. They blame other people. It couldn't be their fault. Nothing ever is. They don't take responsibility for their own issues because they don't have to. They give up on things easily. It's too hard, so it's just better not to do it. They call on others, like you, their parent, to help them. Someone else will handle it, so I don't need to. Stress and failure are really strong kryptonite for people who have been parented this way. And you don't want them to find an alternative way of dealing with stuff, like substance abuse or addiction. This lawnmower style parenting can also be called bulldozer parenting. Or if you live where it's cold, snowplough parenting. Basically anything where all of the obstacles are pushed out of the child's way. Now we have some additional parenting styles that are worth mentioning. Underparenting. These are slackers or parents that basically let their kids be free range because they're just too lazy to do anything. Narcissistic parenting. These guys are just feeding their own ego and driven by their own needs. They're not really concerned for their kids. And outsourcer parenting. This is when parents get other people to parent their kids full-time with caretakers and nannies. They really just don't have much involvement. As you've heard, there are many bad parenting styles. If you want to raise a self-sufficient, emotionally stable person, well, it's not a guarantee. You're going to want to avoid these parenting styles. We would love to hear from you. Do you find yourself doing any of these? Or maybe you were parented this way. Leave your feedback in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click on that notification bell, and share this video on social media. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.